Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Sultanate is to lay the foundation stone for the natural gas liquids extraction station in Fahood at the end of this month. The Ministry of Tourism plans to award 4 tenders for touristic schemes during the current month. And the first Media Youth Forum discusses the latest developments in media field and its effects on society. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. A ceremony will be held on April 27th to lay foundation stone for the natural liquid gas extraction station in Fahood. Here is a report by Suleiman Al-Bahri.
The Sultanate will mark a ceremony on April 27th to celebrate laying of the foundation stone for a natural liquid gas extraction station in Fahood. The $688 million project is the third part of the Liwa Plastic Industries complex. The first part of the Liwa complex in Sohar Industrial Port contained the steam cracking unit, which was built at a cost of $2.8 billion. The second part of the complex included polypropylene and polyethylene production unit, built at a cost of $888 million. The Sultanate places a great hope in the project, which will provide 60% of the raw materials for Liwa Plastic Industries complex. The fourth part of the complex will include a 300-kilometer pipeline to transport natural gas liquids from Fahood Station to Sohar Industrial Port. It is worth mentioning that the work on the $112 million pipeline has already started. Liwa Plastic Industries complex, which will be operated by 2020, is considered the biggest factory in the Sultanate and will strengthen the transformative industry sector in the Sultanate. Initially, around 880,000 tons of polyethylene will be annually produced in the Sultanate thanks to this mega project. It will also produce around 300,000 tons of polypropylene.
Some infrastructure projects are being implemented in the industrial estates in the wilayas of Sohar and Samail at the cost of around 60 million Omani riyals. This came in a statement by Hilal bin Hamid Lahsani, Chief Executive Officer of Public Establishment for Industrial Estates. He added that the establishment is planning to build new industrial estates in various governorates of the Sultanate. The Ministry of Tourism intends to float tenders of 4 schemes for 4 touristic complexes during the current month. The 4 schemes will be distributed in the governorates of Muscat and Musandam, wilayas of Sur and Masira in the governorate of South Sharqiya, and the wilayas of Nizwa and Jabal Shams in the governorate of Dakhliya. The ministry aims through the initiative to acquaint the types of projects these complexes need through utilizing the natural environment. The project of preparing touristic schemes includes analyzing the current situation of the complex and its readiness to attract tourists, planning land usage for tourism development, putting up investment plans, and to find the needs of facilities to help hotels, restaurants, and others. The Sultan put the tourism sector as a top priority to achieve the economic diversification through Omani Tourism Vision, which seeks to attract 11 million tourists by 2040. The vision also seeks to increase the contribution of the tourism sector to the national economy by 10% and to create more than 500,000 job opportunities. According to a report issued by Central Bank of Oman, CBO, Credit through the private sector increased by 8.8% to reach 17.7 billion Omani riyals by the end of January 2017. The Islamic and commercial banking sector in the Sultanate witnessed a noticeable growth in the period from January 2016 until 2017. The annual growth of the total credit extended by conventional commercial banks reached 6.2% by the end of January 2017. Meanwhile, the investment of commercial banks in the securities market reached 2.9%. The government instrument and bonds recorded an increase by 17.1% to reach more than 900 million riyals. The total government deposits in commercial banks registered a growth by 5.8% to reach 4.9 billion Omani riyals. Still to come in our news bulletin. Royal Oman Police marks the Border Guard and Gulf Coast Guard Week under the theme Safety and Security is Our Goal.
حياتنا اليوم تتغير بسرعة ونحتاج دائما أن نخلي مساحة لكل جديد.
عشان تغير من قديمك لجديدك حلك الأفضل هو أوليكس.
حمل صورة أغراضك اللي ما تستخدمها على أوليكس مجانا واستلم فلوسك نقدا من المشتري. حمل تطبيق أوليكس وبيع قديمك عشان تجدد. تذكر أول لما كنت تحوم بسيارتك وتدور على بيت للإيجار؟ الحين صار الموضوع أسهل مع أوليكس. اختار الحي والمنطقة اللي تريدها واستلم البيت اللي تبغيه. حمل تطبيق أوليكس ودور بيت أحلامك.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Under the theme, Today's Media is Not Like Yesterday's, the first Media Youth Forum was organized in Sultan Qaboos University. The forum, which was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Abdul Munim bin Mansour Lahsani, Minister of Information, included discussion sessions in various aspects of media works. The three-day event aims at enhancing the skills and performance in the media field, as well as exchanging ideas, suggestions and experiences between the participants and attendees. It will also discuss the latest developments in the media field and the effect on society, in addition to ways of using media social applications and their roles on social, cultural and economic development. An introductory workshop was held on genetics and hereditary blood diseases by the Omani Society of Hereditary Blood Diseases, targeting members, teams representing it in a number of the Sultan's governorates. The session highlights the importance of providing members of voluntary teams associated with Omani Society for Hereditary Blood Diseases with the data and statistics of patients infected with these diseases. The workshop seeks to deliver a society message on the importance of continuous examination for infected patients and ways of handling and preventing the spread of those diseases through public awareness. It further explained the symptoms and side effects of sickle cell diseases, thalassemia, and ways of treatment. Under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Ali Al-Bimani, Vice-Chancellor of Sultan Qaboos University, a three-day national workshop on effective policy dialogue on emerging bioethics issues started in Oman. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai.
With the aim of strengthening the knowledge of current and future members of the Oman National Bioethics Committee, together with healthcare specialists involved in bioethics coming from various healthcare institutions in the Sultanate, are gathered at Sultan Qaboos University for a three-day workshop. This workshop, which has been organized by the Omani National Bioethics Committee in coordinations with National Commission for UNESCO, is led by international professors, including their counterparts from Oman.
Bioethics in general has become a very, very important subject, not only to bioethicists, to medics, medical doctors, paramedical, even to the society. And for this reason, the Cabinet, Majlis Wuzara, has endorsed the role and backup of the National Bioethics Committee for signing a memorandum of understanding with UNESCO. This part of workshop is among the package of UNESCO after signing the memorandum of understanding.
There is increasing expectation and role to be played by the National Bioethics Committee to regulate the emerging issues of bioethics in the world. So we are very excited to have this capacity development opportunity in Oman.
Bioethics concerns not only medical doctors, everybody. When you talk about abortion, abortion is not only for the doctors who are going to do abortion. Abortion, it concerns the doctor, the ethics of whether to do it abortion or to do abortion. The nurses are involved with abortion, age health. The public have to know what is ups and downs, the positives and the negatives of abortion.
The ABC of this workshop is assisting Bioethics Committee initiative which started in 2000 around the world. It is a new step run in collaboration with the Omani National Bioethics Committee after signing a memorandum of understanding in January 2017 in Paris. Both organizations agreed to collaborate to promote the enhancement of committee functioning as an essential platform to balance the good of sciences, human rights and the public's interest and its role in promoting quality education and training in ethics. This workshop, held here at the Faculty Club, Sultan Qaboos University, will enhance the working mechanism of the National Bioethics Committee in policy making and public awareness raising on emerging bioethics issues in Oman. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai, Muscat.
Royal Oman Police marks the Border Guard and Gulf Coast Guard Week under the theme Safety and Security is Our Goal. This event includes carrying out a number of activities meant to define the role played under the command of the Coast Guard Police. The week emphasized the importance of marine safety for seagoers and spread the culture of safe sailing. It also highlighted the importance of activating precautionary and preventive procedures before sailing. It is worth mentioning that the Coast Guard exert much effort to protect offshore vital establishments and combat smuggling and infiltration process. The trading in Muscat Securities Market MSM last month witnessed an increase to exceed 100 million Omani Riyals. The MSM performance was affected by the number of domestic and foreign elements during March 2017, among which is the fluctuation in international oil prices. This led to the MSM index to decline by 29 points to reach 5,550 points. The shares of 56 companies witnessed a decrease as 15 other companies' shares rose. The foreign purchase value during last month reached 25 million Omani Riyals. The net of non-Omani investment reached the 8 million Riyals with a decrease of 7.6%. The number of transactions for issuance of import and export permits through the electronic single window system Bayan reached more than 17,000. The e-permits were for trade imports production requirements as well as import, exports and transit of petroleum products. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry through this system aims to facilitate procedures for institutions and companies in completing the transactions electronically and to save time and efforts without having to attend the ministry. The open competition for youth organized by the Omani Athletics Association is concluded. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai.
The open competition organized by the Omani Athletics Association participated by over 110 players representing various governorates of the Sultanate in a number of athletics activities such as long jump, shot put, javelin and discus throw is successfully completed. The competitors' final results were in two different age groups, 14 to 15 and 12 to 13 years old, for all those activities. The announcement of the competitors' final results were in two different age groups, 14 to 15 and 12 to 13 years old. In the relay race, Muscat team came first, followed by the FAR second, and the third team was Muscat B. This competition provided an opportunity to discover talents through the age stages and eventually transfer them to the national teams. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Muscat.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates with chances of low clouds and fog over the governorates of South Sharqiya and Worcester. Winds will be southwesterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Sultanate is to lay at the end of this month the foundation stone for the natural gas liquids extraction station in Fahud. The Ministry of Tourism plans to award 4 tenders for touristic schemes during the current month. And the first Media Youth Forum discusses the latest developments in media field and its effects on the society. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night.